Hi guys, good evening. Welcome to the another session of this top MCQ series where we are going to discuss another set of 20 questions from the economics component of your upcoming SEBI Grade A as well as NPS examination. So this is going to be the class number 6. Before that we have already conducted 5 sessions. So if you haven't gone through them, guys, go through them because they are very important for the upcoming examination, and many questions you will be finding from this particular discussions only, right? So it is important कि आप सारे questions को go through करिए. अगर if I am saying that the questions that we are discussing here, they are based on the most important concepts and they have a very high probability of being asked in the examination, so आपको definitely यहाँ पर उन questions को go through करना चाहिए, इन sessions को go through करना चाहिए, ठीक है? चलिए जी, तो आज स्टार्ट करते हैं डिस्कशन. एंड डिस्कशन स्टार्ट करने से पहले यू नो द रूल्स कि सबसे पहले हम क्या डिस्कस करते हैं. सबसे पहले यहाँ पर हम डिस्कस करते हैं the achievers question, ठीक है, which is the homework question of the previous session, and those who give the right answer of that question, their name is reflected in the next session. So start करते हैं discussion without wasting time here. सबसे पहले बात करते हैं achievers question की. So achievers question in the previous session was, which of the following correctly distinguishes between a debt creating and a non-debt creating capital receipt? Options are: a loan is a non-debt creating capital receipt and does not have to be repaid with interest. Money received through the sale of government bonds is a non-debt creating receipt and is not a debt obligation. Money received by the government through the sale of stakes in a public sector enterprise is a non-debt creating capital receipt and does not have to be repaid. A loan is a non-debt creating capital receipt while disinvestment is a debt creating capital receipt. Then disinvestment funds have to be repaid with interest, making them debt creating receipts. Tell me what is the right answer, and your participation is needed in the session because this is how you can gain the confidence, right? You can enhance your knowledge, you can commit the mistakes so that आप actual exams में जो अपने mistakes है वो commit ना करें. जितनी ज़्यादा mistakes you would be committing in these sessions, उतना ज़्यादा आपके लिए beneficial होने वाला है, क्योंकि actual exam में आप उतने ज़्यादा refined होते चले जाएंगे, ठीक है? So tell me the right answer. If you haven't answered earlier, you can answer it now only. आप अभी भी यहाँ पर आंसर कर सकते हैं. So right answer is option number C, that is money received by the government through the sale of stakes in a public sector enterprise is a non-debt creating capital receipt and does not have to be repaid. Obviously, because here government is selling the asset, and if government is selling the asset, then this is a non-debt creating capital receipt, right? Because ultimately this is not creating any liability on the part of government, and government does not need to repay the particular amount that government is getting after selling the stakes in a public sector. That is why option number C is option number C is correct, and rest of the options are incorrect here. So but unfortunately no one has given the right answers here, and that is why their name is not here in this particular slide. So this slide is blank. So I request everyone, do participate guys, do let me know in the this session, do attempt the homework question, achievers question of this session, and so that I can show your name in the next session. Now let's start the today's discussion. That is question number first, which of the following best describes revenue expenditures? Options are: one-time expenses incurred for the acquisition of a fixed asset, ongoing operating expenses necessary for running a product, business or system, investments made in financial markets to generate future income, funds allocated for the repayment of long-term debt, money spent on research and development for new products. What is the right answer according to you? Read the question carefully. We are talking about the revenue expenditures here, guys. बताइए. Guys, participate करिए. Do not worry about the wrong attempt. No one is going to judge you here. No one is going to penalize you. राइट आपको यहाँ पे ना पेनल्टी लगने वाली है, ना ही नेगेटिव मार्किंग मिलेगी, ना ही यहाँ पे कोई जज करेगा. द पर्पज ऑफ दीज सेशंस आर ओनली टू बेसिकली गेन कॉन्फिडेंस, इनहेंस योर नॉलेज, और साथ साथ में जितनी मिस्टेक्स आप कमिट कर सकते हैं इन सेशंस में यू कैन कमिट. सो राइट आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर बी हियर, दैट इज ऑनगोइंग ऑपरेटिंग एक्सपेंसेस necessary for running a product, business or system. So यहाँ पे revenue expenditure is nothing but a ongoing operating expenses. जैसे हम फॉर एग्जांपल सैलरी दे दिए, पेंशन पे की जा रही है, ठीक है, इंटरेस्ट पे किया जा रहा है, गॉट इट. तो these all are the expenditure which are the ongoing operating expenses, and that is why they are considered as a revenue expenditure. Question number second is, which of the following yes, Sky is saying option number D. No, option number B is the right answer, but well done, Sky, at least you have attempted, right? Question number second is, which of the following best describes capital expenditures? Options are: small recurring expenses necessary for daily operations, ongoing maintenance cost for existing assets, one time large purchase of fixed assets that will be used for revenue generation over a longer period, funds allocated for short-term projects and inventory, and money spent on advertising and promotional activities. Yes, tell me guys, we are talking about this time, we are talking about the capital expenditure. So what do you think? What can be the right answer here for option number for this question? That is question number second. I'm waiting for a reply. Do let me know. So right answer is option number C here. That is one time large purchases of fixed assets that will be used for revenue generation over a longer period. So for example, यहाँ पे what is happening if we are making the capital expenditure, which means either we are increasing our asset, right? Either we are acquiring any asset or we are reducing our liabilities. So that is a capital expenditure. For example, if you are spending the money, right, and if you are buying a home, अगर आप यहाँ पे घर परचेस कर रहे हैं, फ्लैट परचेस कर रहे हैं, दैट इज द कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर बिकॉज दैट विल लीड टू इंक्रीज इन द असेट्स. और अगर आप यहाँ पे कोई लोन रिपेमेंट कर रहे हैं, सो दैट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर ऑल्सो बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली यू आर reducing your liability. Yes, so Sky is saying option number C. Yes, well done. Option number C is the right answer here. Question number third is, which of the following best describes a progressive taxation system? Options are, everyone pays the same fixed percentage of their income in taxes, higher income earners pay a lower percentage of their income in taxes, the proportion of income paid in taxes decreases as income increases, the proportion of income paid in taxes is the same for all income levels, the proportion of income paid in taxes is greater for higher income levels. So what is the right answer here according to you for this particular question, that is progressive taxation system? Yes guys, read the question carefully, read the options carefully, and do try to attempt this particular question. So right answer is option number E here, that is the proportion of income paid in taxes is greater for higher income levels. ठीक है, मतलब जैसे जैसे आपकी इनकम बढ़ रही है वैसे वैसे यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है, टैक्स का जो जो टैक्स रेट्स हैं दे आर ऑल्सो इंक्रीजिंग. ठीक है, टैक्स रेट्स भी यहाँ पर बढ़ रहे हैं. सो द proportion of income paid in taxes is greater for higher income level. When your income is 10,000, you are paying 10% taxes. When your income is becoming 1 lakh, right, you are paying 20% taxes. When your income is becoming 2 lakh, you are paying 25% taxes, and so on, right? So this is the basically progressive taxation regime. Yes, Sky, you have attempted it correct. Option number E is the right answer. Question number fourth is, which of the following best describes a regressive taxation system? Options are, everyone pays the same fixed percentage of their income in taxes, higher income earners pay a higher percentage of their income in taxes, the proportion of income paid in taxes decreases as income increases, the proportion of income paid in taxes is the same for all income levels, the proportion of income paid in taxes is greater for higher income levels. बताइए जी, what is the right answer here? Everyone guys, do let me know what do you think, what can be the right answer for this question? So right answer is option number C, that is the proportion of income paid in taxes decreases as income increases, right? So for example, when your income is 10,000, you are paying for example 20% taxes. When your income is becoming 1 lakh, ठीक है, you are paying यहाँ पे 10% taxes. When your income is becoming 5 lakh, you are paying 5% taxes. So what is happening, as your income increases, tax rates decrease here. ठीक है, why this is so? So that people can put a lot of hard work and they can get rid of the poverty, and that will also contribute to the इकोनॉमीज ग्रोथ. ठीक है, इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ को भी वो कंट्रीब्यूट करेगा, क्योंकि जब लोग ज़्यादा मेहनत करेंगे दे विल पुट एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट, सो यहाँ पर प्रोडक्शन भी ज़्यादा होगा. ठीक है, यहाँ पर कंट्रीब्यूशन ज़्यादा होगा एंड दे विल ऑल्सो गेट रिड ऑफ द पॉवर्टी. तो पॉवर्टी से भी हमें छुटकारा धीरे धीरे मिलेगा. ठीक है, एंड साथ ही साथ में इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट भी होगा, इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ भी इंश्योर होगी. Question number 5 is, which of the following actions is an example of expansionary fiscal policy? Options are, increasing interest rates, reducing government spending, increasing taxes, lowering taxes and increasing government spending, or implementing strict budget cuts. Yes, what is the right answer here? Which of the following action is an example of expansionary fiscal policy? बताइए जी, what can be the right answer according to you? So right answer is option number D, that is lowering taxes and increasing government spending. Expansionary fiscal policy, which means government is focusing to increase the demand in the economy. Why? Because when demand would increase, that will lead to increase in the production in the economy. If production will increase, then obviously employment will increase. Employment will increase, so income would increase, and that will further lead to increase in demand. So this is a cycle which government wants to have for the economic development, and that is why government will either lower the taxes or government will increase the government spending or government will do the both, right? So D is the right answer. Very well done, attempted Sky, but I request you please do mention the question number, because अब मेरे लिए difficult हो रहा है यहाँ पर कि आपके ऑप्शन कौन से क्वेश्चन के लिए, so please do mention the question number as well. ठीक है. Question number 6 is which of the following action is an example of contractionary fiscal policy? So options are lowering interest rates and increasing government spending, reducing taxes and increasing government spending, raising taxes and cutting government spending, lowering taxes and cutting government spending, or none of the above. So question is related to the contractionary fiscal policy. Yes, do let me know. So right answer is option number C, that is raising taxes and cutting government spending. So by adopting the contractionary fiscal policy, government focuses on controlling the inflation in the economy. So for that purpose, either government increases the taxes or government cuts down the government spending, or both, right? So that is why option number C is the right answer. Question number 7 is in the context of the economic recession, which of the above actions can be considered a part of the fiscal stimulus package? Options are cutting the tax rates, increasing the government spending, increasing the subsidies, all of the above, or none of the above. Yes, Sky, you have attempted it correctly. Option number C is the right answer. Now, let me know the right answer for question number 7. Friends, you all have to participate in the session. There is no exception because these sessions are conducted for everyone, right? Not just only for Sky. So yes, do let me know. What is the right answer, guys? According to you, what can be the correct explanation of this question? So right answer is option number D, that is all of the above, right? So we are talking about the economic recession, and in order to get rid of the economic recession, basically what needs to be done? Demand needs to be increased in the economy. How demand would increase? If government would cut the tax rate, that will lead to increase in the net disposable income. If government is increasing the taxes, government spending, that will lead to the higher income in the hands of the people. Increasing the subsidies, then people will have more money in hand to spend. So basically all of this lead to increase in demand in the economy, and that will lead to increase in production, increase in employment, increase in income, and further increase in demand in the economy, right? So that is why option number D is the right answer, right? Question number 8 is which of the following best describes a direct tax? Options are a tax that is added to the price of a goods and services at the point of sale, a tax paid directly by an individual or organization to the government, a tax that is paid by consumers but collected by businesses, a tax on imports and exports, or a tax on production and sale of specific goods. So read the question carefully. We are talking about the direct tax. Let me know what do you think, what can be the right explanation of the direct tax. So right answer is option number B here, that is a tax paid directly by an individual or organization to the government. So ऐसे taxes जो हम directly यहाँ पर government को देते हैं, that is a direct tax. Question number 9, which of the following is an example of direct tax? Right now, this will help you. This will help you to understand the direct tax का concept easily. ठीक है. So options are sales tax, value added tax, income tax, excise duty, and import duty. So which of the following is an example of a direct tax? बताइए. Direct tax का perfect example क्या है? So right answer is option number C, that is the income tax is the example of that. Rest all are the example of indirect tax. Question number 10 is which of the following best describes an indirect tax? So options are a tax paid directly by an individual to the government, a tax on the income or assets of individuals or organizations, a tax collected by an entity in the supply chain and passed on to the consumer, a tax paid directly by corporations on their profits, or a tax on inherited wealth. Yes, guys, which one is the correct explanation of indirect tax? So right answer is option number C. That is a tax collected by an entity in the supply chain and passed on to the consumer. Right. So basically, what is happening here? यहाँ पे क्या आ रहा है? यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? देखिए, for example, if you are going for the if you are going for the dinner at the restaurant, so after having the dinner, what would happen? आपको बिल मिलेगा. बिल में बेसिकली यहाँ पे लिखा रहेगा CGST और SGST, बेसिकली indirect tax, which is collected by the restaurant owner, and that will further forwarded to the government itself. Question number 11 is, which of the following is the best example of an indirect tax in the present times? आज की डेट में इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स में यहाँ पर सबसे बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल क्या है? ऑप्शंस आर इनकम टैक्स, कॉर्पोरेट टैक्स, प्रॉपर्टी टैक्स, गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज टैक्स और एस्टेट टैक्स. हाँ जी गाइस, बताइए. सो राइट आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर डी हियर, दैट इज गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज टैक्स, जीएसटी. ठीक है, जीएसटी, गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज टैक्स. दिस इज द perfect example in the current scenario. Question number 12 is, which of the following best describes a proportional tax? Options are a tax where the rate increases as income increases, a tax where the rate decreases as income increases, a tax where everyone pays the same percentage of their income regardless of their income level, a tax that is paid by businesses on their profits, or a tax imposed on the value of inherited assets. Yes, guys, tell me. Question number 11th. What is the question number 12th? What is the right answer? We are talking about the proportional taxation. So right answer is option number C. That is a tax where everyone pays the same percentage of their income regardless of their income level. For example, if someone is earning 10,000, he needs to pay 10% tax, right? If someone is earning 1 lakh, he needs to pay 10% tax again. If someone is earning 5 lakh rupees, he needs to pay 10% again. So basically the tax rate remains same. Tax rate will remain same. Obviously absolute figure will differ because ultimately the main figure, the principal figure is changing. So obviously absolute figure will be changing. But the thing is that the tax rates will remain same, that is 10%. Got it? So this phenomena is known as proportional taxation. Question number 13th is, what is the primary purpose of the market stabilization scheme implemented by the Reserve Bank of India? Options are to boost industrial production, to increase foreign exchange reserves, to withdraw excess liquidity by selling government securities, to provide subsidies to agricultural sectors, to regulate stock market activities. हाँ जी, बताइए गाइस, व्हाट इज द राइट आंसर? So right answer is option number C, that is to withdraw excess liquidity by selling the government securities. तो यहाँ पे what RBI is doing, RBI is selling the government securities. So इससे क्या होगा? इससे जो excess liquidity है system में, that will be withdrawn. ठीक है. Question number 14th is, what is the likely effect on interest rates when the RBI issues market stabilization bonds to absorb excess liquidity? Options are interest rates decrease, interest rates remain unchanged, interest rates increase, interest rates become volatile, or interest rates depend on foreign exchange reserves. बताइए जी, what is the right answer? So right answer is option number C, that is interest rates would increase in the economy. Got it? So when the RBI issues the market stabilization bond to absorb the excess liquidity, जब excess liquidity कम हो जाएगी, then interest rates would increase in the economy. Got it? Question number 15th is, what is the primary purpose of the credit rationing tool in monetary policy? Options are to increase government spending, to control the amount of credit available to specific sectors, to lower interest rates, to stabilize foreign exchange rates, or to regulate stock market activities. Yes, guys, what is the right answer here? सो राइट आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर बी, दैट इज टू कंट्रोल द अमाउंट ऑफ क्रेडिट अवेलेबल टू स्पेसिफिक सेक्टर्स। ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे क्रेडिट राशनिंग का मतलब क्या होता है कि यहाँ पे देयर इज लिमिट इम्पोज्ड बाय द आरबीआई फॉर विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द क्रेडिट अवेलेबल टू स्पेसिफिक सेक्टर्स, ताकि सारे ही सेक्टर्स को यहाँ पे फंड जो है वो मिल सके। क्वेश्चन नंबर 16 इज व्हाट डज द लोन टू वैल्यू रेशियो रिप्रेजेंट्स इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ लोन्स एंड कोलेटरल। सो ऑप्शंस आर द इंटरेस्ट रेट अप्लाई टू अ लोन, option number B, the amount of loan given against the borrower's annual income. Option number C, the percentage of the loan amount relative to the fixed value of the collateral, the time period for loan repayment, or the fees charged by the lender for processing the loan. What is the correct explanation of question number 16th? So right answer is option number C, that is the percentage of the loan amount relative to the fixed value of the collateral। मतलब जो भी collateral रखी जा रही है उसके अगेंस्ट में how much loan will be disbursed, that is the basically loan to value ratio। Question number 17th is how does the Reserve Bank of India use the loan to value ratio to control credit during periods of inflation and deflation? Options are during inflation RBI raises the LTV ratio, during deflation it lowers the LTV ratio. During inflation, RBI lowers the LTV ratio. During deflation, it raises the LTV ratio. During both inflation and deflation, RBI keeps the LTV ratio constant. During inflation, RBI raises the LTV ratio. During deflation, it keeps the LTV ratio unchanged. During inflation, RBI keeps the LTV ratio unchanged. During deflation, it lowers the LTV ratio. So, what is the correct explanation, guys? Tell me how RBI uses the loan to value ratio. So right answer is option number B, that is during inflation RBI lowers the loan to value ratio and during deflation it raises the loan to value ratio. Question number 18th is what is the primary objective of priority sector lending in India? Options are to maximize bank profits, to ensure that certain sectors receive adequate and timely credit, to regulate interest rates for all loans, to support only large scale industries, or to manage foreign exchange reserves. Yes, what is the primary objective of priority sector lending in India? So right answer is option number B, that is to ensure that certain sectors receive adequate and timely credit. So there are sectors which are not getting adequate loans. So basically यहाँ पे priority sector lending का norms लेकर आना पड़ा, जिसकी वजह से certain sectors can receive the adequate and timely credit so that they can also grow simultaneously with the growing sectors. Question number 19th, which of the following sectors is included under the priority sector lending categories in India? Options are luxury housing, automobiles, export credit, real estate development, or private equity. Guys, please do mention the question number as well. Tell me which sector is included under the priority sector lending norms. Please do mention the question number. So right answer is option number C, that is export credit, right? Export credit. ठीक है जी. And rest of the sectors are also there, like for example affordable housing हो गया, agriculture हो गया, right? So these all are the sectors under the priority sector lending. और भी sectors है यहाँ पर. So option number C is the right answer. Yes. So user is saying option number C बिल्कुल सही है. Correctly you have attempted the question. Question number 20th is which of the following actions represents an expansionary monetary policy in India? Options are increasing the CRR, selling government bonds in the open market, increasing the SLR, that is statutory liquidity ratio, reducing the repo rate, and increasing the marginal standing facility rate. बताइए इनमें से कौन सा एक्शन जो है वो एक्सपेंशनरी मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी को रिप्रेजेंट करता है। अंडर द एक्सपेंशनरी मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी आरबीआई ट्राइज टू इंक्रीज द मनी सप्लाई बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली आरबीआई फोकसेस ऑन जीडीपी ग्रोथ। ठीक है, जीडीपी ग्रोथ पर आरबीआई फोकस करता है, जिसके लिए यहाँ पर आरबीआई वांट्स टू इंक्रीज द मनी सप्लाई। और व्हाट आर द स्टेप्स दैट वुड बी टेकन बाय द आरबीआई for basically increasing the money supply in the economy. So user is saying option number D. Yes. What about others, guys? Please do let me know. What do you think? So right answer is option number D, that is reducing the repo rate. Because if RBI would increase the CRR, so that will lead to the less amount, basically less liquidity available in the system. Selling government bonds, so basically जब government bonds sell किए जाएंगे, so liquidity would be absorbed. Increasing the SLR, so liquidity will be less in the economy. Reducing the repo rate की वजह से क्या होगा? Liquidity would be more in the system, and this is what RBI wants to achieve. Increasing the MSF will also leads to less liquidity in the economy. ठीक है जी. So those who are saying, Rohit is saying option number D, Sky is saying option number D, user is saying option number D, you all have attempted correctly, guys. Option number D is the right answer. So these are the 20 questions, and guys एक achiever question है, as you know the rules की at the end this is the homework question which you have to attempt not in the live chat box, rather in the comment box. Those who would be giving the right answer in the comment box, their name is reflected in the next session. ठीक है. So question is, which of the following is a component of contractionary monetary policy used by the Reserve Bank of India to reduce inflation? Options are decreasing the repo rate, purchasing government securities, reducing the reserve ratio like CRR, SLR, or increasing the repo rate and lowering interest rates. So answer of this you are not supposed to give here, you have to give in the comment box, not in the live chat box. Okay. So this is all, guys, and one information, as you know that SEBI has increased the vacancies. Earlier when the original notification was released, so 56 vacancies were notified for the general stream. Now RBI has increased it to SEBI has increased it to 77, and I think this is a good news, good opportunity for those who are preparing for SEBI Grade A examination. तो यहाँ पे वी हैव लॉन्च द क्रैश कोर्स, गाइस. क्रैश कोर्स हमने यहाँ पर लॉन्च कर दिया है. अगर आपने अभी भी प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट नहीं की है, इफ यू स्टिल वांट टू स्टार्ट द प्रिपरेशन, गाइस, क्योंकि अभी यहाँ पर टुडे इज द 9th of December, right? 9th of December, your phase 1 is going to happen on 10th of January and phase 2 on 21st of February. अभी भी आपके पास इतना टाइम है that you can prepare for the SEBI Grade A examination, but आपको यहाँ पे dedicated, committed होके प्रिपरेशन करनी पड़ेगी. So join our crash course, और उसके साथ ही यहाँ पर आप अगर अदर एग्जाम्स की प्रिपरेशन भी कर रहे हैं, you can join our regulatory body exam का सुपर पैक 2, जिसकी हेल्प से आप RBI, SEBI, NABARD, PFRDA, SIDBI, IFSC, IRDI, NPS, ECGC, इन सारे एग्जाम की प्रिपरेशन एक साथ एक कोर्स में कर रहे होंगे. दैट इज द सुपर पैक. सो इफ यू आर ओनली प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर सेबी, देन गो फॉर द सेबी क्रैश कोर्स. इफ यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर अदर एग्जाम्स व्हिच यू शुड प्रिपेयर बिकॉज देयर इज अ ह्यूज ओवरलैपिंग कंपोनेंट, देन यू शुड फोकस ऑन द रेगुलेटरी बॉडी सुपर पैक आल्सो. द लिंक ऑफ ऑल दीज कोर्सेज आर गिवन इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन. लेकिन अगर आप यहाँ पर हमारी वेबसाइट से एनरोल करना चाहते हो, सो आई एम टेलिंग यू द प्रोसेस किस तरीके से आप यहाँ पर एनरोल कर सकते हैं. व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, आपको सिंपली यहाँ पर गूगल पर जाना है. लेट मी शो यू. आप यहाँ पर गूगल पर जाएंगे, टाइप टेक्स्ट बुक हियर, टेक्स्ट बुक टाइप करेंगे, उसके बाद हमारी वेबसाइट ओपन हो जाएगी. देन यू कैन सी सुपर कोचिंग पे आपको क्लिक करना है. आफ्टर दैट लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे यू कैन सी मल्टीपल एग्जामिनेशंस. यहाँ पे यू हैव टू क्लिक ऑन द रेगुलेटरी बॉडी एग्जाम्स. ठीक है, यहाँ पर जाइए रेगुलेटरी बॉडी एग्जाम्स में. हियर यू कैन सी लिस्ट ऑफ द एग्जाम्स, आप देख सकते हैं. तो सपोज आप यहाँ पर सेबी ग्रेड ए की प्रिपरेशन करना चाहते हैं, तो सेबी ग्रेड ए में जनरल एंड लीगल स्ट्रीम के लिए जा रहे हैं, तो यू हैव टू क्लिक हियर. आपको यहाँ पर क्लिक करना है इस पे. ठीक है, उसके बाद दिस कोर्स विल बी ओपन. उसके बाद यहाँ पर आप इसे स्क्रॉल डाउन करिए, यू विल सी ऑल द इंपॉर्टेंट रेलेवेंट इन्फॉर्मेशन विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द कोर्स. आपको सारी चीजें देखने के लिए मिल जाएंगी. ठीक है, इवन यू विल सी द डेमो क्लासेस एज वेल. आपको सारी चीजें यहाँ पर देखने के लिए मिलेंगी. देन उसके बाद यू हैव टू स्क्रॉल इट डाउन. यहाँ पे आपको डेमो नोट्स भी देखने के लिए मिल जाएंगे, आपको प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चंस भी देखने के लिए मिल जाएंगे. सो आफ्टर गोइंग थ्रू ऑल दिस, इफ यू feel that yes this course is going to help me, then you can enroll for it. but आपको ये अमाउंट नहीं पे करना है, आपको यहाँ पे अप्लाई कूपन पे क्लिक करना है. वॉट एवर कोड इज अप्लाइड आपको उसे रिमूव करना है, एंड यू हैव टू अप्लाई द कोड प्रकाश. इसको अप्लाई करने के बाद यहाँ पे आपको डिस्काउंट जो है, मैक्सिमम डिस्काउंट दैट विल बी अवेलेबल टू यू. उसके बाद आपको यहाँ पे आकर पेमेंट करना है. सो दिस इज हाउ यू कैन एनरोल. इस तरीके से आप यहाँ पे कोर्स में एनरोल कर सकते हैं. बट डू नॉट फॉरगेट टू अप्लाई द कोड प्रकाश इफ यू वांट टू अवेल मैक्सिमम डिस्काउंट. अगर आपको डिस्काउंट नहीं चाहिए, देन इग्नोर दिस इन्फॉर्मेशन. बट इफ यू वांट टू अवेल मैक्सिमम डिस्काउंट, यूज द कोड प्रकाश. एंड ऑल्सो डू ज्वाइन माई टेलीग्राम ग्रुप. इसको ज्वाइन करके आप मुझसे टच में रहेंगे. जो भी इशूज, जो भी क्वेरीज है, आप वो वहाँ पर मुझसे पूछ सकते हैं. 24/7 इट इज अवेलेबल. जो भी इश्यूज है, चाहे वो कंटेंट रिलेटेड है, चाहे वो प्रिपरेशन रिलेटेड है, चाहे वो स्ट्रेटेजी रिलेटेड है, आप मुझसे वहां पर पूछ सकते हैं. आई विल बी रिजॉल्विंग योर क्वेरी. So guys, this is all with respect to this session. I hope you enjoyed the discussion. Do not forget to attempt the achievers question if you want to see your name in the next session. So thank you very much for watching and listening. This is all. We'll meet in the next session, guys. Till then, goodbye, happy learning. Take care. Bye bye.